Today I'm going to tell you about horseshoe crabs. Horseshoe crabs have been around for 445 million years, making them even older than the dinosaurs. They're sometimes called living fossils because they have not changed in millions of years. Horseshoe crabs get their first part of their names for the shape of their shells, but the crab part of their name doesn't make much sense. They look like prehistoric crabs, but they are actually more closely related to scorpions, ticks, and spiders. There are 4 species of horseshoe crab. 1 in North America and 3 in Southeast Asia. Horseshoe crabs live on the muddy flats and sandy bottoms in the shallow coastal waters of the Atlantic Ocean and along the east and Gulf coasts of the United States and Mexico. They are nocturnal creatures. They can reach 8 to 24 inches in length and 2.2 to 9.9 pounds of weight. Females are much larger than males. Horseshoe crabs have blue blood due to blood pigment which contains copper. Horseshoe crabs can survive 20 to 40 years in the wild. A horseshoe crab shell is green or brown colored. Under its shell, the horseshoe crab has 5 pairs of legs. As the horseshoe crab walks along the bottom, it digs up its favorite foods, worms and shot-shell clams. But it does not have any teeth to eat them with, so it uses its first pair of legs, which are shaped like pincers, to move the food and break it down into bite-sized pieces. Also under the shell are thin plates called book gills, which are used for breathing. Horseshoe crab has long, spiky, rigid tails that may look as if it could sting or stab, but it's actually no threat at all. It is used as a rudder to help them steer. On shore, the tail helps rotate the animal from the back to the feet when it flips over. This is important because an upside-down horseshoe crab's gills can dry out in the sun and it can sadly die. A horseshoe crab has 10 eyes. 8 are simple ones that are scattered around its body and used to sense just light and dark. The 2 large compound eyes are on its horseshoe shell, see more, and are useful for finding mates. During full moons, new moons, and high tides in May and June, more female horseshoe crabs come ashore on the beaches on Delaware Bay to dig holes in the sand and deposit eggs than anywhere else in the entire world. A female horseshoe crab lays 60,000 to 120,000 eggs per season that look like tiny green peas. Only 10% of these eggs hatch and reach adulthood due to numerous predators. Many migratory birds land on the shore to consume eggs and crabs on their ways to the wintering grounds. Eggs of horseshoe crab also represent an important source of food for fish and sea turtles. Inside the eggs, the cute baby horseshoe crabs grow for about 1 month. Larvae emerge from the nest usually after 5 weeks. Horseshoe crabs grow by molting, meaning they shed their shells. They look like miniature versions of adults with a very short tail. When they are young, they occasionally swim oriented upside down by using gills as paddles. Threats to horseshoe crabs include habitat loss and overharvesting. Beach developments hinder horseshoe crab breeding. The Atlantic horseshoe crab is internationally listed as vulnerable. Thanks for watching this Adventurous Kids episode.